Okay, I'm having a distinct memory right now of like, I think I was in the 6th grade. Yes. I was about to go into the 6th grade and my family went to Myrtle Beach for the summer.
Wow.
And we had like, it was like this 4th of July trip with like my dad and his high school buddies, and like they all brought their families. It was supposed to be like a golf trip, but my dad like sprained his ankle like getting out of a hot tub like on day 2, so he actually didn't end up golfing.
That's like
really.
such a Leisure Suit Larry thing to do.
No, basically. And then he like ended up like hanging out in the condo the whole time. But I met this kid at the swimming pool who I thought was really cute. His name was Derek. Ew. He lived in Kentucky. These are like 3 red flags, like right off the bat. I'm at Myrtle Beach for the 4th of July. This kid's name is Derek, and he's from Kentucky. And basically, like,
wait, how old were you?
I was like 11.
Okay.
Yeah, I was young.
Shut the fuck up, because I'm 11.
This was like first crush level. Like I just seen like my first rom-com like 2 weeks before going to the beach, and I was like, this is my moment.
Summer loving happened so fast.
I'm 11.
And we like kept we kept hanging out at the pool and stuff. And then finally on the day that I was gonna leave, you know, he like wanted my email and like my phone number and like
my aim.
And I wrote down
how
00 evil angel 00.
How 2005 is this? And I was kind of like, the second that he was like telling me bye because I was leaving vacation, he was like, you know, like he's like, in this Kentucky accent, you know, everybody's been saying I should kiss you before you go, and like
everybody?
I just like seized up because I was totally ready to flirt with him but not ready to like do anything, and I was like, oh, like freaking out, but I had already given him like my email and my phone number. So I basically just kind of started like messing with him, which is really terrible like for an 11-year-old girl, but like I just basically decided to like be the complete antithesis of like the girl he had met on vacation, and I would like send him these emails with like lime green backgrounds like written in hot pink talking about like my Abercrombie hauls. But he totally went with it and continued to call me, like, up until I was in high school. And so my dad, like, finally, like, answered the phone and was like, you have to do something about this. This has been going on for, like, 6 years. I was like, okay, fine, I'll handle it.
I can't handle these long distance
I was like,
calls.
okay, fine, I'll handle it.
I can't.
Find a local boy, Natalie.
Hold on, to quote you, there's a lot to unpack there.
Can that please be,
okay,
like,
hold on.
my tag?
6 years?
Yeah, it was literally, like, 6 years. Like, I think he finally stopped calling me, like, when I was about 17. Because my dad answered the phone and was like, you have to put it into this. I was like,
How
fine.
often did he call you?
Oh, he called a lot. He called, like, every couple days. How have I never told y'all this?
I don't know. Like, I knew you when you were 17.
Ask my dad about Derek at some point. Derek from Kentucky.
Wait, how old was he?
He was, like, a year older than me. Because he was getting drafted. Like, he was, like, signing up for the military and, like, was still hung up on me. And, I mean, like, I'd never seen him since then. But we had, like... This was, like, definitely my fault and super manipulative of me, that, like, when I needed, like, you know, someone to just kind of, like, emotionally unload on, I would answer the phone. But, like, 9 times out of 10, I did answer the phone, unless I was, like, having a really rough time, and I'd answer it and be like, hey, you want to hear me, like, complain about my life? But, like, yeah, it easily went on until I was about 17 years old.
Whoa.
Yeah.
At first, when you said drafted, my mind went, I was like, to the NBA? I was like,
Why the NBA?
It's from Kentucky,
Yeah,
Hannah.
I don't know, like...
I'm feeling MLB at best.
MMA?
And then it would still be... It would still be like he's getting drafted for like the Mudcats. Like, it wouldn't be anything better than that.
Teams, Jude. How many times have I said this on the podcast?
Also, we need to like take it down like 7 decibels about.
Can we talk about how like I feel like if you lived in a town with a major league team, Thirsty Thursday would go down in like the fun level like 50%. But like getting like trashed at a minor league game is like top tier summer activity.
Like in level of where I want to when like the. Oh my god.
Where, when, how, why?
Let me start that over. Like, if I had to rate the baseball teams that I've seen in, like, level of enjoyance of a game, Mudcats is the fucking top.
Because I love being eaten alive by bugs at 5 County Stadium.
It's literally, like, 3 sets of, like, hhigh school bleachers and, like, a guy in a mask.
And I'm, like, getting sunburnt, like, drinking a beer with my dad, and I'm eating peanut shells, and I'm like, this rocks! Anyway, I guess that's a great way to introduce you. So this is our best friend Natalie.
Hey.
That's the way you're being introduced, I guess. Or do you want like a beautiful?
This was a great story, but in my head it was a good story, not in execution. Yeah. I feel like that's a great way to describe how I talk about anything or do anything in my life. What's up? I'm Natalie.
Or do you want a real one?
Huh? I'm fine with that.
Okay, I was gonna say
that's pretty on brand.
Yeah,
that's pretty on brand. I've unfortunately known Hannah and Becca for like 7 years. I think we've all been friends for like 7 years.
Yeah,
we're like the OG squad.
Right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we're like, I think we're the only friend group I know that's like not famous that has a name for their friend group. Speaking of which, that's like how my dad like refers to y'all.
I mean,
like, he's
same.
like, tell the buttholes, hey.
Yeah, literally Josh.
Yeah, like, I mean,
because I sent him a picture last night and he was like, oh, tell the buttholes I said hey, and I'm like,
did your dad ever move past not liking the word butthole?
how does
What?
Kurt feel? Yeah,
Remember this? Like, Kurt like yelled at you one time for saying butthole too much.
Really?
Yeah.
How do Hannah and I remember more about like
I don't know,
adolescence than
probably
you?
because like it was just some other like thing that I thought was just like a weird family thing and just like brushed it off, and then you guys were like, no, that's really weird.
I feel like that's how we became the Butthole Brigade, like an act of
to
like
annoy your dad.
We were burst out of like a silent protest, like
Also known as a fart.
yeah, basically. My sister recently really got into podcasts when she started shopping at the library,
Liz.
and I've tried like 50 times to get into podcasts.
Yeah.
And I can like always kind of dip my foot in with like a few of them. But maybe like 2 episodes in, I'm just like staring there like bored. Even if I was doing something else. Like if I'm playing like The Sims, like I'm fully here admitting I'm 24 years old and still play The Sims. And I'm listening to a podcast, I'm suddenly bored with The Sims. It's like, it's osmosis.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know. And I guess that comes from the fact that I really don't like true crime stuff. And like
It's not the
99%
only
of like,
option.
but I know like the really popular ones are all true crime stuff.
I
know,
my dad wrote a porno.
Did you hear about
Hold
that?
on, no, I need context right now.
What?
Please tell me that's the name of the podcast.
Yes!
Oh my god.
How did you not know about this?
You thought my dad wrote a porno.
I just need to rock back and forth.
I'm gonna shit my pants!
I thought like
No, it's like a podcast. You thought that Stuart
I think I'm
wrote...
gonna throw up. I had no idea what was happening in that moment. I don't want to know how red my face is because I had no idea what you were saying to me. It was like suddenly.
We were on one very detailed conversation, and then you drop a very personal bomb at the end.
Like, you're really willing to overshare on the internet, aren't you, Hannah?
No, literally, it's the name of a podcast. I have the first book.
Like, book? That's so sweet.
Yeah, so basically this guy's dad writes erotic novels, and he reads them chapter by chapter on the podcast.
You would
with his
fucking
friends.
love it.
Yeah,
Because
so the
it's
friends,
so bad.
Yeah, he sat his friends down and like basically reads every chapter, and like it's them hearing it for the first time too.
Do you remember, Hannah, when we met the woman who wrote Harlequin romance novels? And
Oh my god,
Noble?
can you tell me the story again? I honestly love the story.
This was one of
Also,
the
do you want this back?
Yes.
top 10 moments of my life. I'm sorry I scared you.
I need a minute to recover. No idea what you were saying to me. I thought we were talking about podcasts, and you're like, "Hey, do you know my dad wrote a porno?" And I was like, "Hey, hold on, I needed a better segue."
I wish I had that on camera because I just saw your face and I didn't realize like why you had paused until like I saw like the finishing of your expression, and I was like, oh my god.
She has no idea.
And then all in my head was Stuart wrote a porno.
She held the sandwich tenderly, like I was like panicking, like
Please stop. Please stop.
we've got to get this Harlequin romance story out.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my god. So we're in the Barnes and Noble, we're looking at the Harlequin novels, and we're like, ah ha ha, I could write this. And then this lady literally comes up to us and she's like, yeah, like I did. Look at this ring that I have that paid for this.
It's this giant ring that easily goes from like hand knuckle to like finger knuckle. I mean, like, and she bought it herself. So talk about goals. Like,
yeah, and she just talked to us about it for a while. She was like, yeah, I just wrote she was like picking out the books that she wrote too. And she was like, I wrote under this ghost name, blah blah blah.
Oh my god, I really want to do that.
She was super kind about it too, because we were like, you could tell that Hannah and I actually, our interest was piqued, because we were like, wait, how did you do this?
Yeah.
And she said that like when you write into Harlequin, they actually send you like Mad Libs back, and you just like fill in the adjectives, and if they like it, they publish it.
Are you
She was
kidding
saying she
me?
published a lot online at first, but when you start to like write for Harlequin, they give you like basically the whole outline, and you just fill in the blanks. And she's like, yeah, it's super easy, and it made me a boatload of money.
Oh my
so,
god, that's
shout
amazing.
out to you, Harlequin lady, if you remember meeting like 2 awkward girls in a Barnes & Noble and showing them your wedding ring.
That looked very puzzled but intrigued.
Yeah, like...
And we were like, I don't know why we're even here to start with.
Yeah, it was a lot, because the friend we were with was talking about how like someone she knew was getting a book published. I think that was what led us like over to like talking about how easy it is to get published, and like how easy could it be to get into Harlequin, and this woman was like, actually it's super easy and it makes you a whole lot of money. Hey, I'm gonna pitch this to you.
Oh my god.
Honestly, like, now I kind of want to look into it because I'm like, I'm hurting.
Do you think that like do you think that Harlequin like placed her in there to try and recruit people to write for them?
I'm mad I didn't take the bait if it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like she's like the before and after, like, oh, I used to be blah blah blah, but now I have a job with Harlequin. Like she just
ding. Like,
yeah.
I feel like an
Looks in the camera.
underused recruitment technique is like Archive of Our Own and fanfiction.net.
Honestly,
Like I bet if you just like send out like a mass message to these people like, hey, I like your work. Are you interested in like writing professionally?
Oh,
I mean, these people would totally
you know why?
eat it up.
Not to roast, because it actually becomes about like emotion and like what people want out of actual romance than like what like Hollywood or like what they say like a romantic relationship should be. And it's like, no, that's actual raw emotion, not like a Fabio like front cover.
Is the romance novel actually a dying genre? Like, do you know people who actually read dime store novels anymore? I mean, not that we would know.
Okay, you want to hear something freaking disgusting?
Yeah.
When I was getting confirmed,
100%.
like when I was going through my confirmation, which I first got my license like towards the end of it. So I was like 16, I think. One of the girls' dads like came in and like he was sitting there. This is gonna be like that kind of story.
Please make this as PG as possible in case Philip does listen to this.
Yeah, but
it's
like,
a lot to put on you.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna listen to the other two, he's gonna realize.
No, because I know that y'all like might possibly tag me in and be like, I want to support my daughter, which like, yeah, I'm super stoked that he wants to, but I just don't want my dad to know that I'm like a woman.
Oh my god. I think he knows. But anyway.
Spoiler alert, your dad knows that you've had sex in his home.
I'm gonna answer this text message.
I'm just saying, like, honestly,
I'm sweating.
Anyway,
your adult children
keep
are having
going.
sex.
Oh my god. I don't even remember what I was telling you now. I lost it.
Confirmation, romance
Yeah, okay, yeah.
novels.
Creepy guy.
So some
Catholics.
chick's dad was there because like she couldn't drive, so he had to like drive her. And instead of just like finding something to do for an hour and a half in downtown Raleigh, which is not hard at all, at like 5 p.m. on a Sunday, he just sat in there the whole time and he was reading a romance novel, and like we were having like group discussions and stuff. I think that was the same day that I yelled at my confirmation teachers. I actually had a BF, dude, because they said that, like, we were starting to talk about, like, gay marriage and stuff, and they were like, it's wrong in God's eyes, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why is it wrong in God's eyes? Because apparently you know everything that God thinks. And they're like, it's because they'll never be able to reproduce, and reproduction is, like, one of the most important part of a marriage. But they're still trying to be cool youth counselor about this because they realize like Catholicism isn't cool, especially at our age. Like they're trying to hold us in. And I was like, oh, okay. Aren't you guys infertile? Because they were. Oh. And I was like, I don't want to be an asshole, but I was like, fuck. Yeah. It was kind of like, because he was already like picking on me because he knew that I was like, I don't know, be gay if you want to. Like, it's not my deal. Like, if you are gay, that's chill. Like, why is it? I'm like, do whatever, okay? Yeah. And they just can't fathom that, so they were like trying to pick on me about it. So I was like, okay, well, like if I said something like, if reproduction is the point of marriage, like, what would you say to like infertile couples, like knowing that they had just told us about their struggle or something like that? I wasn't like arguing, but
that like I feel like
he went like really quiet and he was like, well, we have like the parts for it, but like kind of thing like that, but we just aren't. And I was like, okay,
excuses.
I feel like that really dates our friendship. That like I have this memory of like me and Hannah picking you up from your confirmation class to take you to the mall to shop for your confirmation dress. Are you remembering this?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what did I wear?
You wore a polka dot dress. Fuck, I'm creepy. Like it was like white like polka dot dress.
I had a white dress.
That was right. I remember you trying one on. That was like white with polka dots. I don't know.
Wait,
if that
was it the black dress with the daisies on it though?
Maybe.
Like the big daisy.
No, I wore that at my sister's graduation.
Okay, I remember because
I have a picture of us, like,
which is your graduation too.
Like,
I was gonna say because you got it at Old Navy and I was with you. This is like
yeah, because I'm remembering because that was when we started the joke about like us being your gay moms.
Okay,
because like let's be real,
and then you pick us up. Also, that church is a bomb shelter, in case you didn't know.
Good
now
to
I know where to go.
So there's a thought of the nuclear invasion or something. When you're in downtown Raleigh, just go on and just say,
Do y'all
go on down to St. Mary's.
Yeah. Do y'all ever think about like doomsday preppers and just like their everyday lives? Like, do they dedicate their lives to doomsday prepping?
Do you think that's a mental illness?
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
what would you classify that as?
I guess
Paranoia.
I was gonna say like paranoia, or like honestly like obsessive compulsive.
Maybe even agoraphobia. A little bit.
I don't know that it's necessarily agoraphobia. It's the fact that it's just like the compulsion that like the compulsion paired with the paranoia that like the world is literally going to end, and like that kind of like constant like anxiety of like the world is going to end.
I don't know, but I feel like it comes with it too, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot.
I mean, the world's gonna end, but like, how long do you think you could survive it? What's the point?
I wouldn't. I would give up like the second that like they said, "Oh, is there nuclear threat?" I'd be like, "Cool, I'm gonna take my own life really quick because I'm not about to deal with like I'm not made out to run. I do not have. I have very small legs and a very short torso and weak lungs. I'm not made out to run, and that's like 90% of what the apocalypse is you running." I'm also a super picky eater, and like I'm really worried about expiration dates, and I have bad eyes. These are not things that are meant for the apocalypse. Like, I'm gonna go out the second they announce it. Even if it's like a false alarm, whatever. It's fine. That's one I'll take for the team. I'm not doing it.
I would like to see, like, I think I'd try and do it. Like, if it's, is it a nuclear holocaust or like a zombie invasion?
Okay, if it's zombies, I see you tripping over a tree root and getting eaten. If it's
I'm that friend that dies immediately. That
No,
was,
you're like the one that's like super
flip-flops.
hype. Like, you've got like the military vest.
You're like
and you've got like the
bouncing
AK,
along.
and you're like, I'm gonna do this. And then you immediately, you're like
Like
walking
Bill
backwards.
Red Dawn.
Like, you're like walking backwards, like trying to hype us up, like, we can do it. And then you like trip and like one jumps from the trees and like, and it's over.
I was gonna say, I see more or less Bilbo Baggins running off.
I'm going on an adventure. That's me every day I left for school in Greensboro. Like, because my backpack was like 50 times too big for me.
Adorable.
Like, every day. And I felt this, like, I'm an overpacker, like, even if it was just, like, leaving my apartment to go to campus. I was like, I'm gonna need to change of clothes to go to campus. So I have, like, everything in my backpack.
I mean, it's a very real possibility, as we
What
know.
if I get stuck there?
Oh my god.
That never happened. I never changed my clothes on campus.
Did you have a spare
Forever.
change?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That happened, the only time I've actually changed clothes in public, like, a la, like, romantic comedy circa 2005, was one time I was going into work when I worked at Erie, and I didn't like the outfit I brought from home, so I bought a new outfit at H&M, and that's why I have money trouble.
So do you remember, I don't remember his name, but my senior year, the talent show that we had, the kid that sung Purple Rain.
Was it just the school or was it the drama awards?
No, it was the school.
It was the school.
I was gonna say,
I'm remembering this because there was a girl who sang Jar of Hearts that had this awful broken note.
I hate that song.
And she had like this like red like lighting on like, because they had like those, what's it called, a scrim, the white like backdrop.
Yeah.
They had that down and it like lit up red, and she just like unfortunately like really squawked, and like I felt for her, but I do not unfortunately remember Purple Rain.
Because I was gonna say, yeah, because I did the lights for that. You're welcome for that red light there. I was in the lighting booth just like, hey, and I was also like, wow, she's really bad.
Let me try and get her some help.
Let me like at least make this visually interesting. Like,
so we were like, oh cool, the lights.
Oh, sick. It's red now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go light. Woo! It's just like the light of my life.
Red team rules.
Oh man. Anyway.
No, he was the drum major.
I hate that guy. No, your senior year? Never mind, I don't remember who to do.
I actually did the other day tell the story about like
a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world.
I love that song.
I had a guy in high school tell me that song made him think of me, and like 14-year-old me was like gassed up, like, yes.
Purple Rain?
No, The Story of a Girl by Nine
The song I just sang.
Oh.
Keep up.
I'm sorry.
I mean, honestly, I would cry if someone sang Purple Rain to me right now, because I'd be like, wow.
I don't think I'd know what it was.
That's the
unless
most, like,
I heard
early
him say
2000s.
Purple Rain.
That's the most early 2000s shit you've ever just told me. Like,
Purple Rain or
no,
Story of a Girl?
Story of a Girl.
Keep going.
Sorry. It's like you're like...
That's
like
a story. I just imagine him with a guitar, like...
You
That's
know
like
exactly who it is, too.
That's like the song that would play in like an early 2000s rom-com when like the best friend for like 10 years. That's the guy that's like the artsy skater kid. Like
I
like
feel
the kid, the brother from Bring It On, basically.
I feel like this guy that had a crush on me was very convinced that like he was living out the plot to like Avril Lavigne's song Skater Boy. I'm very certain that that's what he thought.
Oh
like he
God.
was the skater boy in this scenario.
And you said, "See you later, boy."
But it wasn't because he was like quote
wasn't
unquote
good enough for you.
alternative. It's because he was quote unquote uncomfortable to be around.
Oh my God.
But I mean, tell him like it is.
He was just like completely
Agreed.
unbearable. And,
But like it was just
really
like, this
smelly.
overbearing, like I mean
No.
it's almost like there's this pervasive vein of like male attitude where it's like I can do your emotional labor for you, like even if I'm 13 or like 25.
Oh my God. Tattoo that on my lower back. That entire monologue right there.
Do it in script. I need it now.
Oh my God, I write it out for
Curls
you
empty. Yeah, give
with
me
my
your
left
handwriting.
hand. It takes up your whole back.
Oh.
I get it in like a dark red, so it looks like it was just like carved into my skin.
Whoa.
Too bad I saw one of those
I'm
tattoos where
falling
like
over.
somebody had recently like edited it and they had like live, laugh, love, but they like wrote over it eat, shit, die, and I was like, that sounds like my character development and my attitude in life. Like
Wow,
that's like
dude.
17-year-old me to like now,
Man.
but like in reverse.
Oh my God.
I don't remember his name. I'm really sorry, Anna.
Oh.
I need to be ready for this.
Okay, so I really don't know. I think I was in like 7th or 8th grade,
Mhm.
which I guess would make sense.
Okay.
And like I was messaging him, I think on MySpace. I
Yeah.
don't remember. Whatever. But I got my hair cut. I think it's when I got my straight across bangs.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I was like, yeah, I just got my hair cut. So we were like texting and like, or messaging and like flirting. And I was like, do you like it? And he was like, no. And I was like, that's really, really fucking funny.
That's beautiful. And I'm sure like 12-year-old
Like,
me was
what
like
a
fucking
scorch,
crushed.
dude. He scorched me.
This sounds like such like a whiny problem, but it was like so uncomfortable being in like I think I was in the 8th grade and I was friends with this guy and I liked him as a friend and thought he was really nice, and then like he made it really weird because he was like, hey, I like you, and I was like, I don't really like you back like that, but like I think you're a really good friend, and he got like super weird about it and like really uncomfortable and like confrontational. It just stinks because it's like, you know, every girl I feel like has that like instance of like their first nice guy.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating because you're like,
Yeah.
why should I have to feel bad about like wanting to be happy?
Yeah.
Why
like,
should I feel terrified enough to like actually have to do that?
Yeah, and it's also just like I don't know why my friendship's not enough, because what do you think being in a relationship is? It's like friendship plus kissing. So I don't quite
Yeah.
understand. I don't quite understand why everything changes if we haven't been together before and I tell you I'm not interested. Why suddenly like it's all over for you? Because like this idea that like niceness like owes something in return. That's
Yeah.
like fundamentally like not nice.
Yeah. I was gonna
This
say.
is too freaking real.
Yeah, that's
It'd be like that sometimes.
that's why I just like I don't know. It's nice to get it on the books.
I'm like venting my like brain out right now.
I don't talk about stuff like this until like we have like where we sit down, and like it's good to get it off your chest.
And
That's why, like, I
suddenly
like
I'm
that.
like talking about like all this stuff that like I was talking to Anthony about this the other day, where like I feel like my memory kind of works in like very like episodic moments.
Mm-hmm.
So lately I feel like I've been triggered to like remember a lot of like very obscure memories because I'm like the queen of like telling the same story over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Cold pasta, bathtub, like
Yeah.
these are stories that I tell all the time, but lately I've just been like pushed to like remember like different ones. Like have I told you guys the Halloween wizard story?
No.
Okay, this is a good one. So this Halloween, for some reason, this memory just got like brought to the forefront of my brain, where Anthony and I were talking about like Halloweens and like your parents like helping you find your costume and stuff. And Liz and I always wanted to be a witch every single year. And there was one year where we just waited until like the last second to get our Halloween costumes. I was like not certain I wanted to be a witch yet. My mom's always just kind of been a procrastinator, so she was like, they want to be witches, everybody wants to be a witch, there will be plenty of costumes.
Yeah.
And we get to Target like the day before like our church fall festival, where we would be wearing our costumes, and they're like sold clean out of all witch costumes. So
Dude, can I have a quick sidebar? It's related.
go.
Like in the Catholic Church, no one would have dressed up like a witch.
Fair. This is also like
Yeah.
being a Baptist.
Yeah,
But, like
that would be like low key. Like they wouldn't. It's not a written rule, but like it'd be unheard
it'd be
of.
like no. It wouldn't
Yeah. Anyway,
happen.
sorry.
I'm certain like it wasn't like super. I don't think anyone was like really hyped. Like I think I really liked my costume the next year a lot more when I was a cowboy, like a cowgirl. But I mean,
Adorable.
That was a super cute outfit. Like, I had, like, this denim vest that I bought, and I bought, like, a red bandana, and I already had this denim mini skirt, and I had been going, like, a bunch of, like, the country concerts at, like, the amphitheater, so I was like, I have to have cowgirl boots so I can, like, match you, and so I, like, wore that, and I, like, brought it all together, and I had a bob at the time. It was adorable. Cutest moment I've ever had in my childhood. But backtracking, we go to Target.
No witch costumes.
This is the most resourceful my mother has ever been in her life.
I'm here.
And she doesn't even really remember this. She claims it didn't happen. And I know this happened. This is way too
fever dream.
This is way too detail oriented for this to not have happened. So my mom gets to be resourceful, and she's like, I need to find 2 black costumes because this is like what's gonna help these kids be witches, and they're gonna like kill me and each other. And then it wasn't even that there was one costume to fight over. So she goes. And she brings 2 costumes to us. She's like, this is how it's going to go down. And she has a maid costume and my sister's outfit. She's like, we're going to get you a hat. We can cut the little, like, apron off because it's, like, kind of lacy and stuff. She's going to cut the apron off and you're going to be a witch. My mom, in my size, brings me a wizard's robe. Like, it's like a full, like, black floor-length wizard's cloak with, like that, like, you know the styrofoam, like, material that they make costumes out of when it's, like you have, like, the animal, like, around you or something? It's, like, made out of that, and it's, like, a collar that has, like, silver, like, moon and stars on it, and, like, a straight-up, like, vintage hat.
Your mom's like, okay, Liz, you're gonna be a really cute wizard. Natalie, you are gonna be Gandalf. All right, let's go.
Like, basically, like,
You're like,
we can make this work.
Object.
It's like, I don't know if it was like, you know, she was like, you know, she's younger. She's got less memory going on. She might forget this.
How old are you?
I swear I was like 7.
Oh my God.
That's plenty of memory time.
I was like 7 or 8. I was old enough that I did not want to be a wizard.
It's just funny because like your mom shouldn't. How old was your sister?
So if I was 7, Liz was like 10 or 11.
Like she should not have been wearing a maid costume, but she was like, okay, I guess we can just round it up.
It was like a Barbie maid, which makes it so much worse. I'm fully aware of that as I'm saying it out loud.
A what?
A Barbie maid.
Oh my God.
Like as I say that out loud, I realize how bad it is.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, bless Anne for trying, and I just being like, you have to be something else.
Did you wear that?
Yeah. I didn't have a costume. There's one somewhere, and it's like me, like with like my sister, like in our living room, and I'm so unhappy.
Aww.
And you can tell because I did not want to be the wizard, but like Anthony was like super into it. I tell the story, and like if I say something, he'll just go like wizard. Like
that is the most Anthony story. Like if you were on like what's that show? Like what's the show?
Newlyweds Game?
No, not Newlyweds Game. Where it's like with the one person trying to get a date.
Next maid.
No, it was like Newlyweds Game time. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger was one of the contestants on it, and there was like contestant number 1, 2, and 3, and then they'd like
dating game.
The dating
game.
Yeah.
Like if you had to tell a personal story and Anthony was like the bachelor,
He'd be into that.
That would be the personal story you were telling. He was like, yeah, I'd pick number 1.
Would you believe me if I told you that Anthony was that kid that had like Darth Maul face paint anytime anyone face painted him until he was like 10?
You didn't have. If I had to describe,
you literally could have never said that, and I would have already known. Like
that's the most.
Too bad he had to work on Halloween. He was like, "Can I do Darth Maul face paint?" And they were like, "No."
That's fucking terrifying. No.
Imagine this like being like 5 and you're going to the grocery store with your mom before you go trick-or-treating and the butcher has like Darth Maul face paint on and he like leans over like, what can I get for you?
The butcher!
Like
the butcher who is 6'7".
I would be
basically
traumatized.
folded over the.
Your neighbors probably hate you.
Oh, I'm surprised they haven't complained about us, to be quite honest.
Ever?
Never.
Whoa, they've got to be doing some stuff.
They definitely smoke, and I think it's the one that underneath us that is the opera singer.
Yeah,
so
like
wow.
They know we could rat on them, but like
yeah,
but I also gave them my number on like the New Year's party or maybe my birthday.
Just like text me.
Yeah,
I'm super loud.
I don't know if I still have it, but like
yeah, I've also left them snacks when they were smoking one time.
Oh my god.
Because I'm an actual mom. I don't know if they took it or not, but like maybe raccoons took it. Maybe there are raccoons with like...
They were like unwrapping the candy cane like with their little thumbs. I want a raccoon so bad.
Oh my god, what's wrong with you?
Have you seen videos of them?
Yeah.
Like trying to...
I live near them. There's this like raccoon that got hit like right outside the Weaver legs. It's yet to deflate. He got hit like 2 weeks ago.
Dude, I'm scared that I'm gonna be like... at a light or something before, and like one of them bursts next to my car.
He's like perfectly preserved. He like hasn't even bloated yet, honestly. And, like, he's just, like, disintegrated. Like, he looks like a wet newspaper that got ran over too many times, and he's been hit that many times.
There's
like,
a Roadkill Hawk on Old Concord right now.
Roadkill Hawk would be a cool band name.
Oh, we added. Oh, also
Skidmark Hawk or something like that.
Astro Post just posted the Zodiacs for this week, so I can read them if you want.
I trust you.
Take a look. I need to take a breather too.
No, like there's so much freaking roadkill out where I live. Like I wish I had been prepared for that, but like how else would you be like, hey, every 15 seconds you're gonna see a dead deer?
Dude, whose job is it to clean it up?
It's not nature. There's no designated dude that's like, hey, I'm gonna go scrape this dead possum off the road.
Dude,
I
saw
think like
Martian
occasionally the like
the DOT maybe like
yeah. Well, I know too. Like if it's in the road, like
it's obstructing.
Yeah, then cops have to move it.
Yeah.
Like this guy's just like a poor
when my mom first moved to North Carolina, or no, I don't even think it was that. It wasn't that long ago. It was probably like 10 years ago, probably. She saw, like, a guy basically, like, take a roadkill deer and put it in his truck. Like, and stole it because it had antlers.
Yeah.
And, like...
No, I mean, there's definitely, like, this guy that, like, we were family friends with, like, their son. If he hit a deer, he just, like, loaded it up on the back of his truck. Because, like, you know, if deer season's over and you get the chance to, like cook a deer, that's dope. That's, like, redneck Christmas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like, too, where I grew up, like, just... I'm used to roadkill, so like it's very like whatever. Yeah,
there's just a lot more of it out like where I am right now.
Yeah,
but I guess it's just because there's a lot more wildlife.
Yeah,
than I think. Like apparently one time Anthony was going to like put our trash out, and he like saw like there was a bat, and like that bat like hung out by like our trash can for like 2 weeks, and I was like, what?
Oh, I love bats. We had bats in our backyard. Like every time during the summer when we would swim at night, they would come and dip down into the water.
I like certain woodland creatures. I like most, but honestly, like list of creatures I will not mess with. It sounds really dumb, but like I don't like squirrels, and not like in the way of like, oh, I was on a college campus, there were so many squirrels. Like it's that I don't like squirrels, and I don't like possums, and I don't like raccoons, and to a lesser extent, I don't like skunks.
Wow, I am.
You just completely roasted our last podcast.
Have y'all ever been in like the general vicinity of a possum? Is like top tier, like animal I cannot stand. Are you serious? Have you ever had a possum leap out of a trash can at you? Because that is actually something that's happened to me.
No,
I've been around possums, and like as long as you leave them alone, you're fine.
No, like
yes,
that's
adorable.
Like,
I just lived.
No, this was literally like I was throwing something away in college, and like actually like a possum like bare teeth like jumped out.
Well,
like
it's probably because
are awful.
Well, I was gonna say it probably had its babies in there, and it was trying to
don't care.
Well then,
I don't like. I no 2 thumbs down. Not a fan. I can like the ranking is definitely like possums are like the lowest, and then squirrels, and then raccoons, and then skunks.
Skunks are such a weird concept to me.
Did you know that, like, if you get, like, a skunk without its, like, stink glands, it's, like, literally a cat?
Yeah.
I
mean, you can take out the glands that,
because Anthony had said at one point he wanted a pet skunk, and I was like, good luck. But then he was like, you can get a stink gland skunk. Like, that's still not, like, the kind of animal.
No, trust me. I've watched documentaries about, the skunk festival.
Oh, yeah, I watched that, too. I think it was a Vice video.
Yeah, and, like...
I fucking love Vice, I'm sorry.
Do y'all watch documentary now?
No.
Not really, no.
Okay, I need to
I watched a couple episodes.
Have you watched the episode where they make fun of Vice?
No, is it?
Okay, no, you guys have to watch this.
Is it from the new season? I love Vice, so I'm so in for
No, okay, we're literally going to watch that.
My legs are killing me.
I can't tell you anything about it other than, like, it's, like, the best 30 minutes of television that I've seen in a very, very long time. Unobjectively. Hannah's gonna love it.
Well,
is there
specifically, yes. Do you want me to, like, whisper it to you? Because I don't want to spoil it for Hannah.
No, I don't want to know. I want to be
okay, it's good. Because, like, they do another episode where there's, like, they're making fun of, like, festivals and stuff, like, and it's the Al Pacino festival that they're making fun of. So, like, Fred Armisen's, like, playing this guy who lives in, like, Norway, competing in this, like, Al Pacino, like... No, it's Al Capone. He's, like, competing in this, like, Al Capone, like, look-alike contest. And it's, like, goes through, like, him, like, prepping and, like, you know, like, he, like, buys, like, the zoot suit and all this stuff. And, like, he, like, does a routine to, like, pretend to be Al Capone. And it's very funny.
I've seen the one about, like, where they're basically parodying the Eagles and Himes in it.
Oh, my God.
I haven't seen that one.
That is the best one.
The first one I watched was the Grey Gardens one, which I think was a really good one to start off with. But
was that the one where Fred Armisen's the old lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, like, it went over Anthony's head because I think he's never seen the original documentary or, like, has no idea about anything like that.
Yeah.
But the next one we watched, I think, was, like, the Vice one, which was so
Dude, we
funny.
should, like, honestly, like, we already have, like, an hour, and we usually
Oh,
cut it down to, like,
shit.
30 minutes, so,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'd be so down to watch those,
It's
too.
so good.
Yeah. But
I'm also
okay.
gonna have
I'm
to
also
pee
gonna-
after. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pee too. Hell
So,
yeah.
like, you can
I'm into
obviously
it.
take care of yourselves. We don't have to go immediately from in there.
I'm so sorry, but I'm so sweaty.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I
No
know.
one.
I was honestly like apologizing to myself in that moment.
I'm the
Oh my
smelly
God.
girl.
Smelly girl from 6th grade. You talked to her.
I just, like, sweat's so natural, and I feel like the only reason people are like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sweating, is because they feel like everyone else thinks that's gross. And
And
like,
it makes
sweat's
them sweat more.
natural. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me. That is me to a T. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, like, when someone tries to give me a hug in summer, and I, like, have to apologize for my body trying to naturally, like, cool myself off.
Yeah.
Like, what? Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Wait. Yeah.